Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. That'll be $5 for them candies, boy. You're not from around here, is you? You going into them woods? I nodded yes, as I unwrapped a few dozen of the candies that I had just purchased and pocketed them. He continued, well, you better beware the monster that haunts these here woods, boy. The dreaded grizzly octo sharkypine, or as we call him, Snuggles. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? The grizzly octo sharkypine is a ponderous, furry beast with the body and legs of a massive grizzly bear, an immense head with jaws of razor-sharp teeth, bites like a shark, 8 long, muscular tentacles jutting from around its neck, and needle-sharp quills protruding from a massive tail. It can whip furiously and skewer anything with pinpoint accuracy. A horrid and dreaded beast indeed, one never would wish to encounter in the deep, foreboding depths of these here woods, boy. Great. I thanked the old dude, wondered what he was smoking in his pipe, and out I set to trek into the wilderness. A few hours later, as I stood quiet to watch a deer, suddenly the grizzly octosharkypine sprang out of nowhere, wrapped the hapless and helpless deer in a tangle of tentacles, pulled it towards its massive, gaping jaws, and devoured it in mere minutes. As it was finishing, it spotted me, and in a few leaps was upon me, and soon I was wrapped up in those same powerful tentacles. Slowly, it pulled me toward its huge, gaping mouth, and then suddenly it let loose with a flesh-peeling roar. There was only one thing I could think. Wow, does this thing have super stinky breath? It was horrendous. As it's finished its roar, I felt there was only one thing I could do. I pulled a handful of my minty candies out of my pocket and tossed them directly into its mouth. At first, nothing happened. But then, it looked at me, dropped me, and started to choke. As it fought for air, it thrashed and rolled around and fell into a nearby ravine. I rushed over. Before my eyes, the beast slowly quit wrestling about and then became still, deathly still. Oh no, I thought. I killed it. I didn't wish to be responsible for killing this killing machine, so I stepped back and I jumped onto the belly of the beast. Instantly, the candies popped out of its mouth and it began to breathe. I scrambled for the top of the ravine, but immediately I was again trapped by those powerful tentacles. It drew my face to its face, rolled onto its feet, looked me squarely in the eyes, and then said, "My goodness, why, thank you. That was quite kind of you." "You can talk?" I squeaked out. "Well, of course I can. Don't be ridiculous. I may be a horrible, frightening beast, but that doesn't make me uncivilized." It carried me from the ravine, put me down beneath a tree, and then sat next to me with a tentacle draped nicely across my shoulders. We talked for a bit, and then I asked it where the name Snuggles came from. "I haven't a clue," it replied with indignance. "I certainly don't see myself as the snuggly type. Do you? Why, what a fitting child stuffed toy I'd be, would you say? My actual name is Todd, from the German for death. More fitting, wouldn't you agree?" By the way, those things you tossed into my mouth, they actually had quite an enjoyable flavor to them. May I ask what they're called? Well, of course, I replied. These are my favorite candies. They're called Lifesavers. How ironic, he laughed. Depends on your point of view, I answered. We both chuckled. And then he went on its way. Madam Toastmaster,